Guys, one thing about the SIU, they can seize your cars, your money, and everything. They can take everything literally, including your house. But the problem is with the umuntu lo implicated with corruption, he will not be arrested. That is the reality about the SIU. So ngifuna ukuthi namhlanje sixoxeni about the fine print or izinto esizimisayo, especially kule siphithiphithi esikhona manje after Mr. Mkhwanazi I implicated a lot of people in corruption, judiciary state capture, police and whatnot. So let's talk about this guy, Morgan Maumela. Morgan Maumela, guys, on the 9th of October 2020, indlu yakhe, they seized ama Lamborghini i3, and then this morning, as you can see with the video here, ama truck by 8 o'clock in the morning, they were at the house to collect furniture. So like one thing that is stressing me about this issue, SIU, which they will like seize your furniture, they will take everything, but the person, lawyer or implicated, will not be arrested. You understand? And the other thing is, what is it so difficult to like the police to find this guy? See, on the news they are saying this guy wants to take his child to Disneyland and what, but we can't find a picture of this guy anywhere. Who is this Morgan Maumela? And who's the person protecting Morgan Maumela? That is my question. Because guys, because nalapha Cape Town, kune 2 billion elahlekile. That 2 billion elahlekile, it was like the media did not cover that whole raiding. Why? You understand? Like the problem with the media in South Africa, guys, nangabe a muntu is implicated or a muntu uyaboshwa, in media they will be quickly to respond and run to that scene. But if a mlungu is implicated, they will just turn a blind eye. That is the problem with the media here in South Africa. Like they are very choosy, or I'm wrong with by a cater, if I can put it in that way. And the other thing during those time, the VPS, the Julius Malema, the Floyd Shibambu. Do you still remember how aggressive was the media reporting about these guys? Even during the time of Jacob Zuma and the Guptas, do you still remember how effectively and aggressive was the media reporting about this? But with this guy of Morgan Maumela, seems like everybody is so chilled. Nobody is like doing those digging and whatnot. Who is this guy? How is this guy living? You understand? So that is something that people are missing. And for today, each judiciary yetu, they gave a person like Ukatiso Mlifa a bail of 400,000, but they are failing to give a person like Musa Kaula a bail. Like kwenzakalani South Africa? Why is our system like as if I captured the judiciary? Musa Kaula, he was arrested for just light crimes, but he has been in jail for months. Or maybe we are how much do you have in your bank balance? And if there's something that was also mentioned by Unhlanhla Mkhwanazi, Lapa Auto Committee, there is that IP report, that IP report involve the CR17 statement. Usenzo Mkhunu is implicated, but the implicated person unepower ngangani ukuthi angasila ama report la ane corruption and futhi anotsotsi phakathi. And the same person lawyer like asi credible. You understand? Mina ngithi guys, the CR17 report, the IP report must be unsealed so that we can find the deep roots of this corruption that is happening in South Africa. And I said, let's look at what Mr. Mkhwanazi said in Parliament.
Because he has gone too deep in showing that he's got control all over. And maybe lastly, I might ask the members to say, if you ever heard of any report that is deemed to be classified, they're supposed to expose the wrong that has happened. Such reports be interrogated, and one of them, IP has a responsibility to investigate criminal things. When you hear the Minister of Police says, I've got a report from IP that is classified, you need to ask yourself a question. You are not an intelligence structure. What do you do with a classified report that you don't want to release? As IP, what is that report doing in the Minister first place? Because IP deals with the criminal case docket. Whatever you investigate must get into the case docket, and that docket must go to court. Why will it go to the minister and the minister goes out public and say, I've classified this report, I won't make it public? So these are things that need to be checked, because it is when the system of government fails. And you have worked hard to create a legislation to try and protect yourselves, the citizen of the Republic, but if it's manipulated in that fashion that the minister can just decide, I'm classifying this, I'm not releasing it in public, perhaps you need to ask, do your minister that classifies a document, do you have a security clearance yourself? So how do you classify something if you yourself are not vetted? You don't have a security clearance. So what gives you basis to classify something?
So guys, you will let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about everything that is happening. Katiso Mulife granted bail of 400,000 rand. And if guys, I've got a question for you. Like, is ANC really necessary in the next upcoming local government election, even on the national elections 2029? Because like the damage that is done by ANC guys, it's irreparable. Like, it's so big to such an extent, like this guys, maybe it's ANC is repairable, because if we can remove the rest of the ANC, the entire rotten bag of potatoes, and put a new one, I don't know. Like, do you think with the ANC is still like relevant in South Africa after this damage and everything in terms of corruption and whatnot that is happening in South Africa? Hi guys, let me know in the comment section. Like, repost, and comment. Cheers, thanks.